I've spoken briefly with the Council. They request an audience with you. We should go at once.
An audience with the Jedi Council? It's pretty unusual for someone who isn't even a Jedi. What's this about, Bastila?
I'm sorry, Carth, but I cannot tell you. All I ask is that you trust in the Force and the wisdom of the Council.
Well, I don't like being left out of the loop, but I'm not looking to get you in any trouble with the Jedi Masters. We'll do things your way for a while.
Come, they're expecting us. I will lead you to the Council chambers.
Until you have talked with the Jedi Council, you will be unable to switch characters in and out of the party. Yeah, 1 second guys, I have an intro to do. What's cracking with you people? Anansi here and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last one, we witnessed the complete destruction of Taurus at the hands of Malik and his Star Destroyer, I guess. I don't think they ever really named what these things are called inside the game, actually. But we have found solace in coming to Dantooine, a planet that, if you are familiar from the movies, gets blown up in the very first movie it shows up in. Hey! So, we're going to figure out what the Jedi Council wants with us. Probably might have something to do with us stealing the prized ship of a notorious gangster, but we'll figure that out later. For now, let's go ahead and just mosey on through. Now, luckily, we don't have to follow Bastila completely because getting to the council room is actually a pretty straight linear path, so ain't that big a deal.
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
Lady, I just got here! These responses are amazing. I believe you are mistaken. I am not a Padawan. I am a Anansi wolf. I came here with Bastila.
Bastila? I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
I don't know how I really want to respond to this. I usually respond with, I am telling you the truth. But honestly, I'm half tempted to just say, I didn't come here to be scolded by you. And to be fair, I didn't. So we're going to go with that today. I didn't come here to be scolded by you.
No, I suppose you did not. I apologize. Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
Well, that was our first interaction with a Jedi, and she's very stiff, this Balea. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I kind of go back and forth with the depictions of the Jedi Order throughout Star Wars media, and I don't know which ones I kind of prefer. You know, like, depending on who gets their hands on the Star Wars property and who is often the head writer, the Jedi are often depicted as incredibly stiff and monotone and almost robotic in the way they interact with the regular public. But then you have some who are just written like calm. Like, they're written as calm, but they still feel like real people you can have a conversation with, you know? Like, you get your Qui-Gon Jinns or your Master Yodas or your Mace Windu's in the prequel era, but you also get in, well, your Old Republic era. Well, I won't spoil it. You're going to bump into him a couple of times, but you're going to bump into him in due course. But there are instances where it's just like, I kind of wish they would write them as people who are like, I always imagine if you're going to write a Jedi, write them as being very well traveled. But but try to flavor it where it's like they either have a no nonsense personality or they are incredibly joking, because that's usually more interesting than the stick up the ass depiction that they kind of go with here with Balea anyway. Now we keep going through here. Now it splits here. You can go left or right, but you're encouraged to go left. And yeah, if you're following closely behind, Karf just stopped right here. And you talk to him.
They're waiting for you inside.
That's all he says. This is one of those but thou must situations where it's like, there's nothing you can really do to change the outcome of the situation or to get more info out of Karth. He's just kind of here. Now, if you go in...
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
So, you have a couple of things here. He's like, what do you want from me? So you draw me into your little trap, Bastila, what now? Or isn't the Jedi Council on Coruscant? So I'm going to be honest with you. Some of these questions don't really make sense given the situation we're in. The best one that really comes to mind is, what do you want from me? Because it's a fairly reasonable question for someone in your position as, well, someone who just escaped the destruction of a entire planet, and you know, who was, I believe, was a last minute transfer onto the onto the Indar Spire and all this stuff. Because yeah, you would ask like someone who's like familiar with Star Wars would go, well, isn't the Jedi Council on Coruscant? But the more appropriate question is, what do you want from me?
Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
Strong in the Force?
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this man. And I have already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
You can lie for some freaking reason. I am ready to accept the training, and my age has nothing to do with it.
Such pride, such arrogance. This one is already on the path to the dark side.
As are many who are not given proper training, Master Vrook. Only through our guidance can we hope to lead those who have strayed back to the path of the light.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
Okay, so that was pretty interesting. Red icons represent force powers used against your enemies.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
I had a rough night.
Well, I can't say I blame you. I haven't exactly been sleeping well myself. Here I thought things would get better once we escaped Terrace.
Did she say anything else?
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right?
I had a rough night. Let's go.
You got it.
And now we can select people from the party, but you really only have a couple. Personally, I would bring Karth and Mission, and that's about it. Now, Karth has a level up. You can go ahead and just auto level him up just because I don't really customize him very much. And we also got a couple of new pieces of armor. We have Davik's armor, which gives defense of 8, max dexterity plus 3, resistance to cold and fire. Davik spent lavishly on his safety, and many a bounty hunter ended up dead in the streets for underestimating both his will to live and the protective qualities of his armor. We also got a visor for Davik. Improved Power Blast. Davik's visor is designed to enhance the user's ability to target and deal damage when using a blaster. So, put it like this. If you have a character, let's say let's go to yeah, let's go to Mission here. Let's go to her feats. She doesn't have Power Blast. I believe she only has Sniper and Critical Hit because as a scoundrel, she wants to stun her enemies more than anything else. If you equip her with Davik's visor, it will automatically give her a what's the word? It will automatically give her Power Blast. Now, here's the thing. Going forward, our character is not going to need armor whatsoever. He's just not. I'm gonna keep that up. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Because it's going to get pretty... Mission seems rather distant. Maybe you should talk to her. You can either speak to Mission or you don't speak to Mission. I always speak to I always speak to my party members because it's always interesting to hear what they have to say.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone.
You can be cruel. You can say this, or you can just go, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Because what can you say to that?
I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's just... it's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
That's about it. Now, if we go over here, you actually come to a merchant store. I believe it's this guy?
Ikukuno no ba mulira chikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata de punage. Dolpi kikiwana. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulira chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak telea. Mucho shak pakat. Kiye no namapaole rachikun. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.
What do you have against the Zerga Corporation?
Puna! Kavadompa ku palea muka bata.
Okay, buddy, chill, damn.
Ku palea. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi.
They've got a monopoly on half the galaxy already, and they do everything they can to keep everyone else from getting a foothold in their territory, extortion, bribing officials and government diplomats. Not to mention driving up prices on essentials like food and water on distant colonies. I've heard stories of them letting people starve to death because they couldn't afford their jacked up prices. And since they've thrown themselves in with the Sith, things have only gotten worse. Worse? How has it gotten worse? The Sith are tangled up in an expensive war with the Republic that needs supplies, equipment. There's lots of opportunities for a company with no morals like Zerka Corp to make some major profits. Malik has given them exclusive trading rights wherever the Sith have control. It's bad enough they're helping to finance the Sith war effort, but I've heard rumors of even worse stuff. Slaving, pillaging planets of their resources, genocide of indigenous species, the Sith and Zerka Corp seem like a perfect match to me. Listen to me going on. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings on the evils of Zerka Corp, I bet. What can I do for you? So we get a little bit of background on Zerka Corp. Let's see what he has to say. Excellent as always. My selection is somewhat limited. Zerka Corp has a monopoly on some of the suppliers. But I'm sure you'll find all my inventory is of the highest quality, and I've got a few special items you won't find anywhere else. So this is your basic kind of supply store. Jurgen Kulta's assault rifle. Jurgen Kulta wanted to make a big noise in the galaxy. If it was the screams of his enemies, all the better. This weapon was his favorite because it shared his adaptability. You basically get an assault rifle you can modify. Breath mask makes you immune to poison. This is a interface band, a stealth field reinforcement. So basically this basically just reinforces anyone with a stealth ability. So if you give that to mission, it basically makes her practically invisible. Oral amplifier makes you more aware. Infiltrator gloves, it enhances your computer abilities. You get a more expanded shop with CNF strength enhancer. So it looks like the stealth field generator that you got from Taurus, but this one's meant to give you a +2 to strength and a +2 on all saves. Then you get your first, well, not your first, but you get retinal combat implants, some adrenal stuff, some Pazak cards. You get a couple of things. You have your sell list if you want to sell him anything. For the most part, what I typically kind of do, even though it doesn't really make all that big a difference, is I typically kind of what's the word? I typically try to buy items that are unique, even though I hardly ever use them. I greet you, human. I am Carl Carr, owner of this outpost of Aratech Droids Incorporated. This is our droid merchant. My protocol droids are not programmed to interact with customers, so should you desire assistance, I can aid you. Let me see what you have in stock. Explore my inventory at your convenience. The settler families have purchased all my droids, but I have many upgrades and other wares for purchase. So it's interesting because we're on Dantooine, basically in the early years of its settlement, so there aren't that many settlements on the planet, as both these Twi'leks have hinted at. So you get heavy droid plating, medium plating, light plating, basic targeting, computer, sensor probe, computer probe, interface, shield generator. So this is your, if you just need something for, say, T3 and 4, you are good on that for now. For right now, we're going to call it there. I know we didn't get a whole lot done today with regards to the Jedi Council, but we're going to be getting a lot more done in the next one, and I kind of want to save it for there. Going forward, things are going to get pretty in-depth because I am going to be finally explaining to you guys what the point of the level 1 run was and why I kept mentioning it so often throughout the early episodes of Knights of the Republic, especially on Terrace, without being the tutorial world. So, without further ado, I've been Anansi. This has been Knights of the Republic, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.